All right, good evening, everyone. And this is Sandy Shalisk. And I'm really glad to see you all here tonight. Yeah, I feel like shit, but I'm here. I didn't cancel. I'm here. I have coffee tonight, so I can stay up for a while, though I don't sleep. Okay, I'm starting out tonight. I just want to say thank you, Kim, for moderating. Looney Tunes for moderating. I don't know if Jean's here tonight, but we have a new person with us, the Debate Me channel. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I've been following his channel. He's another small YouTuber, which is great. He does a politics channel, but he doesn't stress me out like politics does. And welcome to the Doomosphere. So, does this sound familiar? Let's talk. I honestly hate what's going on and the trajectory of this world's future and everyone in it. The way I see it, we're all fucked anyway. The older I get, the worse it gets. The more I realize how dark humanity really is, the harder it gets to remain positive. Everywhere is just greed, hatred, selfishness, inhumanity, you name it. Yes, I know that there is a lot of good in the world out there, but these days it seems like all the bad overshadows it. We want to go to space to further satiate our greed after we have already destroyed our planet. We want to go and destroy another one. It's disgusting. Wars, famine, floods, fires. It can be overwhelming. Human nature is disgusting. We are fucking leeches, parasites. It makes me so angry and so sad at the same time. The world is really fucked. No, it's not all in your head. Capitalism really does suck. Yes, it's important to be able to not think about it all the time in order to be mentally okay. But the way our society is built is creating highly depressed people. If we were all able to stop gaslighting each other and all admit our society is fucked, we could work together. Should work together. And actually, a lot of us are working together. So tonight, we're going to talk about the different areas that you can visit online to try to feel better if you don't. The Safe Circle, Post Doom, Collapse Acceptance Alliance, Collapse Club, Climate Crisis, and more. Okay, so that's the deal for tonight. I needed to do it. I haven't felt well. And you know I don't hate humanity. I love all of you. And so it's not really quite, it was, the writing was taken from a few different places that I just cobbled together because it represented a lot of people's feelings. And I just thought, if you know, I've been feeling like shit. And I've been trying to get a proper diagnosis of just what the heck is really wrong. And so then yesterday, what do? I bend over and pull my back out. So I'm lucky I can even sit here tonight. I'm really lucky I can sit here tonight. So yeah, I feel like shit, but we're going to talk about this stuff. So first, what I want to start with, I'm going to start with some things that really make me feel like shit. And that's the misinformation and disinformation out there, okay? Pisses me off. It just makes me feel lousy. Hey, Alistair, welcome. Makes me feel mad, all of this crap. And I'm going to talk about this. We have had a lot of snow in Western New York. I particularly didn't get it. I got 5 inches maybe. But if you go up several miles, you go up 25 miles, they got feet of snow, okay? It's lake effect snow. So I'm going to play this video. I'm going to play this video first to start out what really, really, really makes me feel like shit. So hang on, here we go, along with all the other things.
Well, the way I feel about it is that they didn't help anybody in the Carolinas, and I believe that storm was generated on purpose because of this election. And being that the state of Pennsylvania went all red this time for the election and Trump won it, Coincidence that now Pennsylvania is the
Idiot!
next state to have a state of emergency and a disaster on their hands where they're asking people to come from other states to help because they got people stranded in cars and everything all over the place. I don't believe in coincidences.
Ooh.
I believe this is weather manipulation. You guys, this is not normal. I've lived here for almost 54 years. It'll be 54 years this coming February that I've lived here. This is not normal. To get lake effect snow for damn near a week.
Okay. What happened? All right. So it's not normal. Okay. Why isn't it normal? I'm going to come back. Why isn't it normal, dude? Okay. You know why it's not normal? You fucking clueless moron. Excuse me. I'm going to curse tonight. I won't be monetized. Oh, well. Because Lake Erie is 50 degrees. Because the lakes are holding all of the warmth. Because the climate is warming. Because there's too much CO2 in the air. It is not nefarious. Yeah, humans have done it. And this guy, I'm embarrassed to say, doesn't even live that far. He's probably 60 miles away from me. But you see, the lake snow is nefarious because it's dumping on Trump country. What a fucking... I gotta sit back. What a fucking asshole! Okay, really, I don't want to scream so loud I hurt your ears. He doesn't believe in coincidences. I mean, but these are the people that make me feel like shit. I just get, and you know, when I'm not feeling good, which I haven't been, you know, I ended up in the emergency room, and now what they thought was actually happening is different than what the doctor told me today on a telecall. Thank you, I didn't have to go anywhere. It's different, and I'm taking antibiotics for maybe nothing because now it's like, am I a virus? What the hell? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Alex, they are morons. But that's going to take us to another place. So I am taking us now to Volcaholic. I'm still on Twitter because of certain people. Okay. And she's got a really great Twitter. And she doesn't want to leave because of the comedic bullshit, you know, of all this stuff. But I thought I would start with this tonight because, all right, Chaz, I know my antibiotics or something. I'm not going to stop them. Dr. Chaz, you know I love you. And I know that you know what's going on. So... anyway. All right. So this is what she says today. This is what weather and disaster reporting has devolved into on X, Twitter. And this is just the weather section. Seriously, what is happening to people? Not only are they believing this nonsense, but they're also enthusiastically posting it like it's breaking news. Are we okay? No, we are not okay. We are going extinct because of these idiots. We are not okay. Weather manipulation via HAARP, high frequency active oral research program, chemtrails controlling the weather patterns and climate, government use of cloud seeding for secret operations, hurricanes and earthquakes intentionally generated by advanced technology, global warming as a hoax to enforce global governance. Polar vortexes engineered as a form of climate control. Suppressed technology capable of eliminating extreme weather. Artificial snow in urban areas to manipulate perception of climate change. Ocean warming caused by secret underwater experiments. Weather satellites used to trigger storms and droughts. Secret weather weapons used by militaries for geopolitical advantage. Jet streams deliberately altered to cause regional climate anomalies. Disappearance of the bees linked to weather manipulation experiments. Ice storms created as a method of testing civil response systems. Unnatural seasonal shifts orchestrated to disrupt agriculture. Tsunamis generated by underwater detonations masked as natural disasters. Volcanic eruptions triggered to impact global temperatures, and Earth's magnetic field manipulation influencing weather patterns, superstorms created to justify large-scale evacuations or resettlements, and lastly, persistent droughts intentionally caused to depopulate regions. And my comment was, well, if there was a depopulation agenda by the elites, they have completely failed, considering our populations are growing by leaps and bounds and will hit 9 billion very soon. And let me say something to the clueless idiot. You know, he's talking about the snow where he lives. And it makes me laugh because, okay, the stadium in Orchard Park where the Buffalo Bills played got a shitboatload of snow. And as always, when there is lake effect snow, they employ a couple of hundred people to shovel, literally shovel, because they're building a new stadium with no roof, a no dome. Talk about idiots, right? They shouldn't have even been building one at all. So anyway, so I'm thinking to myself with this guy, and I did comment on his video because he's a fucking moron. I commented, dude, so let me ask you a question then. Were the Democrats dumping all the snow on the Buffalo Bills stadium in Buffalo so that the Bills would lose? Well, it didn't work because they won. And, 2 years ago when Buffalo had that horrific snowstorm that dumped all that snow and people died. Was that depopulation? Oh my God. I mean, nothing that guy, he has a longer video, but I did not want to play it for you. I just played the clip because it made me sick. So, you can actually blow these people out of the water very easily. And I have made videos with blowing the Agenda 21 people out of the water and the Glenn Becks of the world and these homesteading channels that all buy into this BS. They're all praising the Lord and praise Jesus that harp doesn't go over our house. Praise Jesus that hurricanes are not being intentionally generated by the demon rats and advanced technology. I've done this, but it's like an uphill battle. And I've been on Twitter, on the groups X, trying to fight some of this stuff. And I give the scientists that are doing this a lot of credit because it makes me sick. Okay? Literally, physically sick to try to do this. And so I can't. And another thing that makes me sick is politics makes me sick lately. I can't do it. I'm having a huge problem with politics. And I have not been watching any political shows lately, not too much. I will watch a couple of them just to catch up, but it's overwhelming. And they have 4 years of this shit they're going to do. I can't talk about the Orange Man for 4 years. I could talk about the EPA. I can talk about the NOAA. I can talk about the National Weather Service. I can talk about all of the projects that are going to be done that are going to bring us closer to the end of everything. I mean, today, what was it I saw? Russia and Saudi Arabia will not reach any kind of agreement to make any change in plastics that are toxifying everybody's brains, that are ruining the planet because they're bioaccumulating in the oceans, and there are nanoplastics in our bodies, in our brains. But, Russia and Saudi Arabia just have to make that money on their oil, right? And so no wonder people call me a doomer. How do you see all the positives? I try, but most of it makes me sick. So instead of feeling sick, let's look at some of the people that are trying to help us deal with this, all right? There are a lot of people Um, I'm frozen? No, I'm not. Okay. I wanted to start with something funny. I wanted to start with a little toxic positivity game. So let's play the toxic positivity game. You feel like shit. A self care game. Are you going to play along with me, guys? All right. So this game guides you through a series of questions that help you practice self care. It's especially useful for people who struggle with self care, executive dysfunction, whatever that is, and or reading internal signals. It's designed to take as much of the weight off you as possible. So each decision is very easy and doesn't require much judgment. Take your time. Set aside some time, maybe an hour, which we are not going to do, to allow yourself to work through each step. Don't rush or skip ahead. Just follow the directions. Self-care is important, and it really is, but you deserve to devote some time to it. But I just loved that You Feel Like Shit was a website. So here we go. I'm ready. Are we ready for the first question? Okay. So I guess I'll answer it as me. Here we go. Have you eaten in the last 4 hours? Yes. I had tomato soup that I canned 2 summers ago. So yeah, I did. All right. Have you taken the medication you need? Yes, Chaz, I have. I'm all caught up. All right. Drink a glass of whatever liquid you like. Water is ideal, but don't beat yourself up if you'd rather have tea, soda, juice, or milk. Soda will actually make you thirstier, but if it's easier for you, then that's okay. Not really. Not really. Tonight, I am drinking pumpkin. I got this. It's called Kitty Town coffee. And I bought the beans, and it's decaf, and it's pumpkin. And supposedly the company donates money to kitty cat rescues like me, but they don't donate to me, but they donate to help kitty cats. So I got the coffee. A really good pumpkin, ground it. And I'll sleep because it's decaf. So there's my drink. Okay, I did it. Can you take a guess at how many hours you slept out of the last 24? Everyone is an individual with different sleep schedules, but most people need 8 hours of relatively uninterrupted sleep. If you had less than that and woke up frequently or had nightmares, it might help if you take a nap. All right. I need a nap. Let's see what I need a nap says. Okay, take a nap. You can finish this when you wake up. Ideally, let yourself sleep naturally and sleep until you wake up. Obviously, this isn't always possible. Otherwise, set an alarm for yourself with plenty of time to wake up and get yourself together between your nap and your responsibilities. Okay, I'm well rested now, which is bullshit because I feel like shit. And the last couple of weeks, I have had the worst neck pain. And not to complain, not the poor me's, but I had neck surgery in 2018 because I got sucked a bill of goods. Doctor said, oh, it'll last about 5 years. And that was in 2018. And I'm sure that I've herniated my neck and my back because I don't live a sedentary life. Although the last few weeks I have been extremely sedentary. Okay, are you in pain? Guys, what am I answering? Yes, something hurts. Yes, something always hurts. All right, if there is something the doctor has prescribed you for pain, you should take it or do it. Oh, okay. In fact, I do take pain medication. And of course, the insurance company is now threatening, oh my God, you took more than 90 days of this, even though I know what I'm doing. I'm not a drug addict. It works for me. And now they want to tell me, you've got to watch yourself. Maybe you should just take Advil. Well, fuck your Advil. It doesn't work. And I'm not taking ibuprofen or Advil or anything that's going to rip my liver or my stomach apart. They can suck it. Do I ever seem like I'm messed up? No, because I'm not. So they tell you take aspirin. And you may want to apply a heating pad or a cold pack on whatever hurts. Yeah, My life is heating pads and back braces, neck braces, pillows, neck massage. I mean, I have it all, you know. If you have a stomach ache, there are medications for that, like Pepto-Bismol or hot tea that can help. Be nice to your body and try to replace the unpleasant pain with some alternative sensations like good smells and pleasurable textures. Okay, I have 8 rescue cats. So tell me about the good smells. All right, I'm all taken care of. Next, we're going to deal with other types of physical discomfort you might be in. Is something about your environment distressing or uncomfortable? Okay. Guys, think this one through. I will say for now, no, it seems fine here to me, although there are so many things falling apart in this place that I could say they're less than ideal because I have mice crawling in my upper bedroom. I had to stick the steel wool up in a hole in the closet where the mice are chewing, and I can't seem to get rid of them, even with all these cats. Yeah, they don't get in the house. So, let's see what it says if they're less than ideal. Are your surroundings the right temperature? Well, and now it depends on how I feel. I'll say I'm too cold, but I'm not. If you're too cold, you can try putting on some warm clothes, using a space heater, turning up the heat in your home, putting on a blanket. I heat with wood, and or snuggling with a pet or another person. Oh, well, I'm not cold anymore. I think this is pretty funny. It's hard to feel okay in an environment that is unfriendly for whatever reason. If your surroundings aren't clean, set a timer for 5 minutes and take care of the biggest problems like leftover food, pet messes, or dirty clothes. Okay. I have 6 stainless steel litter boxes. So yeah, I'm constantly working this house as a job. And firewood, which I don't lift. I can't lift. I pay a kid that brings it up to my deck and stacks it, and then I take it with my flexible flyer, 1 or 2 pieces at a time, and pull it in the house to the wood stove. All right, I cleaned a little. And for me, the operative word is a little. I haven't dusted probably, I'm not going to tell you how long. Okay, do you feel unsafe because of people or lack of people in your surroundings? Oh no, I'm good. I'm alone and I love it. And there's never too many people here because I don't invite anybody over. I mean, there's a few people in the chat that have been here, actually. Yeah. Does your body feel uncomfortable, sweaty, or dirty? Well, shit. Okay, I'm going to do the yes. Okay, I'll take a shower. Oh, wait, no, I need another solution. If you can't shower, wash your face, put on lotion, change your clothes, use dry shampoo, whatever physical care activity you like best. Okay, I'm clean. Oh my God. No, but I do have to warm up the bathroom. And one of the things around this house is that in the bathroom, and we had been in a drought, and in the bathroom where I take a shower, it literally takes 4 minutes to just warm up the water. So all that water is running. But I generalize it this way. Okay, the water's running, but I have a septic, so it's going back in the ground and it's regenerating somehow anyway, right? All right. So now that we've taken care of the physical reasons that you're not feeling well, we have. Obviously, this is a general guide and can't pinpoint your exact problem, but troubleshooting is good practice, and we're going to do our best together. In my experience, most of the people who need a flow chart like this have a mental health problem of some type. Sorry, I'm too old to have a mental health problem. So these questions are, you know what my mental health problem is? Society. All right, do you know why you're in a bad mood or not feeling well emotionally? Yeah, of course, there's something on my mind. It's called the orange turd. It's called the climate crisis. It's called overshoot, overpopulation. It's called uh, misinformation, disinformation, and kooks. Okay? It sounds like there's something on your mind. We're going to do our best to take care of it. So set a timer for 15 minutes and work on a solution if it's something you can change. Blah, 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 blah. I did my best. Do you feel anxious, nervous, keyed up, paranoid, scared, or on edge? Okay. I'm security minded and I have cameras. I am security. So, what would be something, guys? I'm going to look at the chat. What would be something you think that I am maybe anxious about? I don't know, but I do take care of myself and I do get anxiety, but it's over, external things that I really have no control over, right? Only thing I have control over is myself, my cats, not always, my place, not always, but we try our best, right? So I'm certainly not paranoid. Wait, where's that? Yeah. Yeah! But I'm not paranoid. I only have 6 cameras all over everywhere and guns. Alarms. I'm not paranoid. Uh, okay. But I'm ready for the next question. Do you feel triggered? Are you having flashbacks? Is something traumatic or upsetting from the past weighing on your mind? Did you have a vivid nightmare? Well, shit. Of course I feel triggered. I feel triggered every time I get on social media, which I know I should just turn the goddamn social media off. And I'm trying to get off of Twitter, but there's people like Volcaholic. It's very hard to want to get off hers because she's so good. All right. Maybe she'll move. But anyway, we'll talk about that after, Thomas. If not, reach out and tell someone safe how you're feeling. Can you block the unsafe person? Oh, hell yeah, I do. I just did the other day and I didn't even, I had a fight on social media with some guy. I should really pull it up if I can. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. I didn't get it ready. Let me see if I can pull it up. I did have this argument with this fucking idiot because it wanted to insult me about not being not the purity test. They're so far left that if you even think about anything, oh god damn it, I'm trying to find it because I really want to show you. I put it up for a few minutes, but I can't find it. I'm gonna put it up. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to put this up because guess what, guys? I am a shit lib. So where is it? How do I get it up really quick? Hang on. I got to get it up. I'm going to pull it over. Okay. Can you see it? All right, let's talk about this really quick. It was actually pretty funny. Because I made a comment. I went on Real Progressives, and they are supposed to be this tolerant group and inclusive of everybody and trying to help the world and all this other shit. So I said, and they were talking about Blue Sky, and they were saying that Blue Sky was full of shit libs. And so I said, well, I must be a shit lib, right? According to you. And I told the proprietor, Steve Grumbine, that, yeah, wait, let me get that up there. You think? Yeah, well, these people are. And so I said, you sound like a real intolerant asshole. You've got no idea who I voted for. I suppose people like you are why your brand of progressive movement goes nowhere. Intolerant and obnoxious. Goodbye. So here I got it. Yuck. You sound like a sour old shit lib who doesn't like people who call her on her bullshit. Sorry, Granny, but no one is buying what you are selling. Failed. Well, I pretty much told him that he is one of those people that is going to make us go extinct. Yeah, I'm a shit lib, guys. You know that? Yeah, he wasn't Looney Tunes, a MAGA idiot. He was on Real Progressives. But you see, they preach all this kumbaya, and they have no tolerance for anybody that dares to think differently. And they have already painted the brush of shit lib on Blue Sky, even though Blue Sky is full of climate scientists and scientists. So, not every. Wait, what did you say? No, I usually don't. But you see, I used to be with Real Progressives. I know some of those people. They don't do any favors for the organization that has never gotten anywhere. That's how I got my start on social media. And I was kind of shocked that there were such, ignorant, clueless morons on there anyway. But should I be? Anyway. All right. So I was triggered. And, but I'm ready for the next question. And nothing hurts me. It just makes me sick, pissed off, makes me feel like shit. Are you feeling disassociated, depersonalized, or derealized? Do you feel far away, foggy, or unreal? Are you not sure who you are? No, I know who I am every minute of the day. And my back and my neck and my cats never let me forget who I am, including my daughter. So, no, I'm not dissociated. I wonder, though, what would they tell you to do? Let's see. Oh, look. If you feel dissociated, look at, they got a whole, squiggle, wiggle, and dance around. Stretch, be silly and active. Okay, you won't feel dissociated anymore. This is definitely toxic positivity. All right, I'm not. I'm not dissociated. Are you feeling depressed? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I've always told you guys I'm not depressed. I feel a lot of grief for the planet, but I'm not depressed. So I'm going to do that. Nope. Am I feeling lonely? No, I'm not. Even when I'm sitting here by myself, and my anniversary was December 1st, and I kind of had a sad feeling, but I kind of forgot until I looked at Facebook and the memories popped up. And you all know I was married to Doug and split up with him in 2021 because he is what you call a self-centered, poor me narcissist who blames everything on everybody else and did the crazy making and made me crazy, So, no, I'm not lonely. No. Next question. If you are feeling foggy, you might need some exercise. Well, I definitely do need that. Do you have the energy and ability to go for a walk? Yes. Yes. Not a ride. I sold my Harley. They're talking about a bicycle. Okay. All right, I'm back. Okay, I went for my walk. Do you have pets? Oh, yes. Playing with pets can be a great way to take the edge off when you're not feeling well until they scratch doors to nowhere. And you have a demented one. It doesn't matter what kind of pet you have. Just take some time to interact with them. Pet your cat, take your dog outside, feed your fish, hug your lizard, which I don't think people should have lizards. I don't like exotic pets. Cats, dogs, unwanted animals like I get. Yeah. All right, next question. Take a half an hour and do whatever you want to do right now. It can be anything: crafts, watching TV, laying on the couch, taking a walk, playing a game. Your choices are endless. Yeah, I could read Overshoot. I could read a book. I could read all these things. Don't do anything bad for you. God forbid. Don't smoke any weed. Oh my God, don't do that. All right, I'm ready to move on. That's all for now. It's time to reassess. Maybe now that you've done all this self-care, you feel better. Great. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't, but hopefully you've cleared things up and you know what to do next to take care of yourself. You deserve self-care. So guess what? We all deserve self-care. Hey, I wonder if the Debate Me channel has hung in for this. Let's see. I'm going to say the. Oh, he's still here. Very cool. I didn't scare you away. All right, you deserve it. Good luck. Now we are going to move on to not this idiot. We're going to move on to post doom. All right, we're going to move on to this website to start because really, basically, that's how I started out. When you feel like shit, there are a lot of people out here that I've probably interviewed a lot of them that can help make you feel better, that can help you with dealing with all of the trauma that life brings us, especially when you understand the climate crisis, overshoot, ecocide. You understand what we are doing to the planet. It's very important, and most of you know. Bob, you want a bathroom break? I didn't make an intermission video. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't even know how long I could make it. You like those intermission videos. Listen, go and nobody'll know. Don't tell anybody. So, post-doom, one of the things we learn that can be most powerful is that there are always those able to be of calm in the storm. Not only be the place of grounding and centeredness and love and compassion and generosity and inclusion, but also be an inspiration for others. And that was Michael Dowd, who we knew and we loved and we had on our show and we did a tribute to, and who passed away on October 7th, 2023, and we cried for a long time. A long time. So they've got tons of conversations. You can go back, and if you haven't seen them, she did a very nice job. But I've had Karen Perry on our show twice. Karen's wonderful. But they've got Carolyn Baker we've had on our show. Joanna Macy, we haven't, but she's amazing. You need to look at the website and maybe revisit some of these beautiful conversations that Michael had with so many amazing people. Jem Bendel, Rupert Reed, he's been very active lately online. And Vanessa, I interviewed Vanessa way back when in 2017. She's an author. She's really cool. She's an award-winning writer. And then Stephen Jenkinson, who's a very interesting dude, and just wonderful people. Derek Jensen, Max Wilbert, I've interviewed. Derek, I never interviewed. Roger, I interviewed. And then William Reese, who I've always wanted to interview. And I'm just very much a procrastinator, and I really should because he is amazing. I say you should go watch some of these. And then there are younger people that he interviewed. And, of course, writer Dar Jamail, Robert Hunziker. He just came out with a new article, and it's in Counterpunch. And then Paul Beckwith, Jennifer Hines, our Jennifer, our Nick, Paul, who is one of our friends, wonderful friends, Gail Tverberg. She's pretty. They're all amazing people, but look at what he did with this channel. This is the post-doom site, Kim. All the links I put in the show afterwards. James Howard Kunstler. Okay, James turned into a Trumper, went out of his mind. Maybe when he was interviewed by Michael, he was still on Earth, but he lives in New York and he left his mind. He absolutely left his mind. He nuts. Kevin Hester, good friend of our channel, interviewed him with years ago. Dean, I know personally. Dean, I've interviewed. Dean, I went out for his workshop back in 2017 with Carolyn in Boulder. We've had Peter Melton on, and there's me, Collapse Support. Wow, I didn't even remember I was under Collapse Support. Hey, that's pretty damn good, isn't it? Wow. I'm honored. Connie put this together. I'm really honored. Karen and Jordan Perry, another round of leading voices. Wow. That kind of like made my night. I guess I don't feel so bad. Not like as much shit anymore. But it's a wonderful site. And they have videos and they have collections of books and channels of films and things, and you can gather. And they they have the Collapse Club. So these are all things you can do. Yeah, Tommyist, he was an interview too. Maybe I will write to Connie and ask her. Yeah, because my God, what a trailblazer he is, my personal buddy. Collapse Club and Collapse Acceptance Alliance weekly Zooms. A spinoff from Michael Dowd's Post Doom No Gloom calls this mixed group of collapse accepting old timers and these newer to collapse awareness meets weekly. So there's a lot out there. I know that if the grid goes down and the shit hits the fan, this may not be out there. But these are the things that will give you the tools to try to meet like minded people where you live, which is what I'm doing. It's not easy. But where I live, I also find that it's very red, very Trumpy. We don't talk politics. We talk about our property. We talk about our growing food. We talk about our animals. We talk about all the things that a small town has to talk about because not everything is politics. And it's very easy where I live to separate it. Okay. All right. Planet Titanic Human Extinction Cafe, first and third Sundays of every month. Resilience and acceptance in the face of collapse. So, living resilience, that's Dean. And the Deep Adaptation Forum, I don't know what events they're doing right now. Deep Adaptation Disasters Survivors. I mean, everything. This is one stop shopping here. And so lots of people, a grief ritual. Now, that's something I like to talk about because grief is something we feel. You know, I have college degrees. I have an undergrad in psychology, but I am in no way a professional enough to tell you you're not depressed. But I do think a lot of us feel grief, and it may not be depression. It's a grief for what we're losing on the planet because we know and we see and we've read the data and we follow the scientists, right? Being part of a regular grief practice is a way to begin to undo the damage our cultural avoidance of endings by embracing them. Grieving together can free up old lockdown energies and lead us back into loving aliveness for the world. And this is not toxic positivity. This is real stuff. This is real stuff with amazing people. And then we have me, Collapsy Girl Chat with Sandy Shellis, and when I had Karen with me, and Jennifer Hines, who I miss terribly, but I understand right now, you know, what she will be back, though. We're doing a State of the Planet on December 13th. So finding meaning. And so there's lots of stuff out there. Now I'm going to move over to the Collapse Club, which is actually, they're on Facebook, and they have weekly community meetings. And you know, I got to tell you, it's a really terrible thing. I don't go to many of these things, and I find that it's because I'm always constantly working on my house, or I find excuses, or I'm reading data, or I'm reading articles to get ready for my next guest. You know, but there's something for everybody, and I probably need it at right about now because I feel like shit. So I think I need it. I think I need something. I'm gonna find the. I think I'm gonna go with Karen Perry, but Susan Porter. I love how Collapse Club meetings provide listening space where everyone can express their honest point of view and how they feel without judgment. I feel less crazy when I hear someone else say out loud something I have thought or felt myself. It broadens my perspective when I hear someone talk about what they have seen in their part of the world and how they are coping. And it's worldwide. It's worldwide. Okay? So that one. And this is somebody I found. I don't know much about her collapse, witnessing the long dark, but it's somebody different, exploring grief and compassion in collapse. And there's a group. We're living in evolutionary and troubled times. It's hard to process what's actually unfolding while holding compassion for ourselves and others. When we have an understanding of the climate crisis and late stage capitalism and oppressive systems, how do we hold ourselves and others with care? Hang on. While we grieve the accelerated losses we're all experiencing. And they have an online 5-week witnessing group. And so you could check out more about what they do in this, which I think was very interesting because I did not know about Holly. And so I plan on writing to Holly. And hopefully she's an attorney, but she's also a grief therapist and a community builder. So she has a plethora of experience. And she had to have hit the doomosphere and realized that's where she belonged. So I look forward to speaking with her. And then again, there is Dean's Safe Circle Living Resilience, and he has his Safe Circle calls. Dean, I know that Allison participates. Allison Frank, who was the focus of our North Carolina discussion and what happened to her. All right. And then I've got to go back. Where's the Collapse Club? I don't know if I can show you. Let's see. Climate Crisis Club on the Climate Crisis Club. And this is every Saturday. Is this it? No, this. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, Alex Hale, who's also been our guest. I found the Climate Crisis Club, and I listen on Saturdays. I walk around with my headset on. There are people from all over the world. It's a Twitter space, unfortunately. If it wasn't for the Climate Crisis Club, I would leave. Okay, Twitter totally. It's only because they have not found any place else yet. And you can hear the recording from every week, but I find it really comforting to listen to these amazing people. Now, they're not necessarily doomers. There's people that have different ideas. They're scientists. They're not ridiculous. I don't think there's a person that is for climate capture, that carbon capture kind of technology. But there's really great people. And from Pup Tentacle, one of the guys from Minnesota who talks about prepping and radio communication and a lot of indigenous work this group does, the Climate Crisis Club. And there are other groups. And so I find that the Climate Crisis Club is very helpful for me because of the new people that are in my life because of the Climate Crisis Club. And if you're still on Shitter, you can listen on Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern usually. And even if you don't talk, it's a spaces. The only thing I don't like about the spaces is that people can listen anonymously, and people that you may not want to listen anonymously, like people I have blocked from this channel who were toxic. What was that? Oh my God. So one of them was playing. Okay. Can you hear that? That's one of the clubs. All right. I got to close up X. But that was Alex and he's the good morning guy. So really that was what I wanted to show you. I mean, there's probably a whole lot more, you know. Eh, but being that, there's some really great people out there and Alex has become my friend and his wife Loie is going to become my friend. Very amazing people, really giving persons. Alex started this 2 years ago, and he's learned because when we first met, Alex was kind of, he had a bit of trepidation about doomers. He didn't understand us. And while he does appreciate Dr. Michael Mann's science, he didn't understand that we are not all the nihilists that just want everything to die tomorrow. At least my brand of doomer isn't. And we are not toxic. A lot of us are just feeling like shit over things that we have no control of, over things that are happening faster than previously expected. So if you want to check out the Climate Crisis Club, I would say if you're still on shitter, definitely on a Saturday morning, put on your headset, walk around the house, clean the house. I do all that. And I particularly love the indigenous voices and I love the African voices. I mean, people from all over that I would never get to hear like this. So that gives you a support, even if even if some people you don't understand or you don't agree with. I don't agree with everybody, but I do want to have Dr. Robert Hoskins on. I do want to have some of the scientists that are looking at solutions, but more of the natural solutions, although they are not solutions, you know. And a lot of these people are really focused on wildlife and animals and things like the support we need now that we've realized that giraffes are on the extinction list because Africa is in such a state of warring in so many of the countries that there is not going to be any place for any wild animal in Africa, and I'd say within 20 years. And it is horrible. Okay. Alex Smith. Yeah, I know it's time. I need a secretary. I'm so bad. Okay, so let's look at your comments because we are almost an hour, and I said I wanted to keep this to an hour, but quite frankly, I'm really glad I didn't give in to my awful negativity and cancel the show because I feel better and I don't feel as much like shit. So that's a good thing. I guess that's a good thing. And I'm glad that I can be a support for you out there. Again, I'm not doing anything professionally. I'm just saying to you guys that we can feel better. We are a community. We are a family. But we're not all together in the flesh. And those are the things we have to work on to see who lives around us that there might be commonality about. And you know what? I have a little story. I'm going to tell this story. And I'm going to find what this guy said. Okay. I found I'm giving away something. I'm giving away my old washer and dryer that doesn't, well, it works, but I'm giving it away. I didn't want it. I'm giving it away. I don't want the propane anymore. And I put it in the marketplace, which is Facebook Marketplace, easy to sell. And this man answered me and, looked pretty burly, long hair, kind of like, okay, but you just don't know what to think anymore, especially when you have somebody coming to your house that you don't know, although I am well taken care of. We started chatting on this thing and it was like, oh my God. It turns out I'm going to read this to you. He's coming 3 hours away to get it for his sister. And I thought that was really nice. And he started talking about how he lives where he lives, and they used to get 200 to 300 inches of snow and every winter, and they don't get anywhere near that. So I explained to him, yeah, things are changing because of the climate warming, blah, blah. And he, you know, I took a chance and he really liked it. And he goes, and I said, I love science and I could talk about it all day. He goes, wow. I'm a nerd too. Before I retired, I was an arborist, a chef, an entomologist with my specialty in wait, lep, lepidoptera, whatever, lepidoptera, which is diseases, right? Also, I'm an avid outdoorsman, have many wild edibles on my property, and at one time had a 4-acre garden. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not a dating app. Guys, just coming to pick up a washer and dryer. I don't go on dating apps. But I just thought it was interesting, though, because I'm not looking for that. It was just interesting. And he says he has in the north a lot of trees such as the ash, maple, and poplar. They're experiencing a fungal disease. It's very easy to spot in the ash as they exhibit a pinkish hue on the bark. And you know how I've been talking about my trees on my property being diseased and awful all summer, and it that makes me feel like shit, witnessing the demise of so many of my beautiful trees. So this man who I'm having a conversation with on Facebook Marketplace, of all places, he says, I'm an easygoing man, easy to converse with. Now, get this. Been through much heartache in the recent years. My girlfriend passed away on Labor Day from liver failure. My daughter passed away 4 years ago from breast cancer. My younger brother from a heart attack 7 years ago. A son-in-law passed a week after my brother from the same thing. And then he says, I'm telling this to a complete stranger, which means I must have a level and trust in you, based on our conversation, because I told him about science. I haven't told him about environmental coffee house or anything like that. I said, you got my empathy meter going, and you meet people in the strangest way. And I also told him, just, when someone tells you the losses make you stronger, it sounds so hollow. I'm never going to say that. Grief is something you have to work through, and it can take some time, the rest of your life. And then I said, you have a good evening, and remember, things happen for a reason. And just interesting. And he said, you have a restful night, dream well, let the gates of delirium welcome you and hold you gently in its arms. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. Good night, Pax Vobiscum, which was lovely in Latin. And I thought, it's amazing how we meet people. And I'm not looking for anything. And obviously, this man just lost his girlfriend. But the point was how we could start a conversation. And I kind of knew he was okay because I could see on his one thing that tripped me off on his Facebook profile, that it said, likes Jeff Merkley. And then I realized, okay, this is not a person that is politically going to turn me off, because I don't want to meet anybody like that. I have enough of them around me. But it was just interesting, and I thought I would tell you that story because you can just meet people in so many different ways. So I look forward to having him come get this old washer and dryer, give him a cup of coffee because he drove a long way. It's for his sister. Nothing could be true, but I already saw his Facebook profile, and don't worry, I'm safe. Okay, don't worry, I'm safe. And I'm not that I'm discriminating, but it just doesn't feel like this is a phony. Okay, I've had people come here. I've had good experiences with this Facebook marketplace, and believe me, nobody's going to hurt me. Okay. So let's go back to some questions and then, oh my. Holy shit. What happened here with the generosity tonight? Chaz. Oh, I wish these things with the soup, with the stickers, thank you, would show, but they don't. Poppy. 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 Oh my. Wow. Um, Thank you. That was extremely generous, and you know where that's going. Cat litter. Hey, listen, guys, I have somebody that's going to be here, okay? Don't worry, I'm not going to be alone. Not going to be alone. I've got people. Thank you, Kim. Oh, I wish I could show the pear character lifting some weights and say keep it up because I need to lift some weights. And about right now, all I can lift is a pear. That's about all I can lift is a pear. Thank you. And Nadia. Oh, yes, Ugo Bardi's new book, Exterminations, is out. Also, I told a street preacher to fuck off with her neo-Nazi BS, and my shrink approved of my country fleeing plans today. By the way, Jensen wouldn't like my stepmom. I know. He does not like, he has a very, not what we feel is open and cool about our trans community. And I think that's the sad part. Maybe that's why I've never interviewed him. Nope. And Matt, thank you. How beautiful you guys are. You think about my kitties. Because they really are a big thing. And the newest one, you know. He's just too cute. I didn't put another picture of him up. Let's do some comments now. Is the Debate Me channel still here? Is he still here? He's made it through. He does short videos. He's an independent, so he does not. He's actually really really good. I mean, I really enjoy. He doesn't. Oh, I don't know if he's still here. He doesn't. Oh, he is. Great. He doesn't stress me out like all the other political people, which, like I said, I'm cutting them down. He just made 1,000 subs, which is great. He just sits and he talks about things that, but he might be called the Debate Me channel, but he's not obnoxious. He's good. I enjoy listening to him. I don't know. I find these little YouTube channels and I enjoy them a lot better sometimes than the gigantic ones. All right, so let's see. Poppy, that was really very nice. That was really I spend more than a week on the cats. Well, yeah, because I have to buy I buy very expensive litter. It's compostable and I don't flush it, but it's light so my bad back can carry it, and I have a big compost in the backyard. So I know that the cat compost will go into the planet. Yeah, it'll sink into the ground. And hopefully it's not polluting too much with any cat things, because that's one of the things I think the doctor wants to test me to make sure that I got a little cat bite the second day that little cat was with me. Even though it healed, I want to make sure I don't have any kind of cat infection. And I was talking to Jim Massa about it. I don't know if you're still here, Jim, but I've taken your advice and I talked back to my doctor about possibly being tested for any cat kind of thing, although I'm really good. Now, Tommyist, I'm looking for your question about what I have, and I have no qualms about telling you guys that I got my concealed carry, and I have a pistol, and I have a shotgun, and I have two shotguns. I have a 22, a 20, and I have a 380. It's a Rose. It's a 6-hour Rose 380. And a friend of mine is coming over to build a target shoot in my backyard. And I enjoy target shooting. There's no indoor target shooting here. And us lefties, hey, listen, it just goes along with who I am. I rode a Harley for 36 years. I'm not a shrinking violet. I just have a problem with the shotgun, which is gorgeous. I've said it before. I mean, it's a gorgeous Ithaca Featherlight that was made. I'm not a gun nut. I'm not one of those Second Amendment voter, because I know they're horrible. I've told you I'm a member of the MRA just to see what they're saying because they're hideous. But yeah, I'm good. All right. I'm a rambling Rose. Yeah, I'm rambling. All right, guys. You know what? We did not do a flush. We need to do the environmental coffee house flush of the day. So why don't you absolutely not, he's terrified of him. Hi, Kelly. Kelly's going to be my guest too, Kelly Green. He's got a new channel, by the way, and I've been sharing his new channel. I will share all of the smaller YouTubers that I think are definitely worth it, because there are so many, and I'm so happy that the Debate Me channel stuck around tonight for all this, because I know he's not a doomer, but he has a really good head on his shoulders. And as I've been watching him for quite a while, I was impressed. And I was very happy that he got his 1,000 people. So I really want you guys, I'll put, like I said, after this show, I'll put all the links in there. Repeal the Second Amendment. There's no reason to repeal it. If it's done right, you might live in a crazy open carry nutty state where any idiot can walk in and buy something. I had to take an 18-hour course. I had to get letters from 4 people that were notarized, that live in my county, that vouch for my character. I had to have a background check. And when you buy ammo in New York State, you have to have a background check when you used to not have to. But it's a beautiful pistol. And because I rebuilt my own wood stove, I had the money to get the pistol because I saved $800 on the wood stove rebuilding the combustor myself. Yeah, you live in a red state where probably any moron could walk in and buy a gun, which is not New York. And of course, all the Second Amendment gun people complain about New York, but I think that New York has good laws. They do. And I'm not embarrassed, it's been misinterpreted. It's just, of course it has. But New York has the SAFE Act, and I did it. I could do a whole show on the whole process. And I'm not ashamed. Where I live, you need to be safe. And I'm safe. Okay? That's right. Where would Davy Crockett been without his raccoon hat and his rifle? That's right. So if anybody ever, I'm very safety minded. If anybody ever has the thought of coming to this homestead and harming me, they're not going to leave unless they're composted. Although, no, there's also all kinds of laws. You have to really understand the law. You have to understand your responsibilities. And if you do use your firearm in self-defense, there's a whole lot you have to go through. Mm-hmm. And I am a responsible person. All right. Okay. Let's see what other. Oh, wood chipper. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those. I love that. You're funny. You guys are so funny. I wouldn't keep the compost. No, I'd put it next door. I'd put it over there at the weekend warriors that come hunting. And I don't hunt. My ex-husband was a hunter. And he taught me everything. He taught me all this. Not to ride. I mean, I've been riding 36 years Harleys. I have to tell you, Orb Rumor, I'm really sorry. I sold my Harley to fix my flooding basement, and with this back and neck and everything, I think homesteading and growing food and canning food and taking care of cats is my way of growing old gracefully. And I really actually don't miss it. When the bikes ride by and I hear them, I listen to them and I think, ouch. That hurts. And I loved riding. I've ridden all over the country, everywhere. San Francisco, Oregon, through the Cascade Mountains, South Dakota, been to Sturgis. There's nothing I haven't done. Boy, do I have a lot of stories. Yeah, that's the problem. How do they get the guns? From families that are crazy, like the families that have Christmas cards with everybody holding a fucking gun. There's one thing about self-defense, and then there's, craziness. The NRA propaganda has folks thinking they know the Second Amendment, but I'm British and can read and comprehend it. Its intended purpose, and it ain't the way Americans try to interpret it. No, they're clueless idiot morons. Trust me, they really, so many of them are. And I belong to these groups on Reddit, New York Guns. Some of these people are just, they hate everything about anything. They hate the governor. They hate the SAFE Act. They hate having to follow any rules. And I'm sorry, but New York State has really good gun laws, which should extrapolate to the rest of the country. At least part of it, make it safer. I know there's all that, well, the criminals have guns, they have all the illegal guns, and there's all these shootings in the city and they don't give a shit about, well, whatever. I'm not here to pontificate about, criminals and criminal justice. I'm just here to tell you about my own experience and that I'm a very responsible person. That's it. That's it. All right. So if anybody doesn't have any more, oh yeah, tomorrow's Left Past 10 with my buddies. And I will make sure I feel good enough because Matt, I will tell you another channel actually, the Letter Hack for politics. He's not a gotcha politics channel. He interviews really great progressive people. He talks about what you can do locally to organize. He talks about things you can do now to get through. And he really calms me. And he's an artist and he's making comic books with Harvey J.K. He is a good channel too. And I should have put that on there. I was kind of stuck in the doomosphere. But a lot of you have already followed me over to the Letter Hack and Left Past 10, and you go to his shows, which is great. So that's cool. I have it. All right, next show I'll have to bring you the sign, Susan. You saw the sign I have. I just have to get my sign out on my driveway gate. Okay, wait. We have a question. Climate awakening. It's amazing. I see people on there from all over the world who I have met in groups like this one. Margaret. Oh, yes. Margaret Klein Solomon's climate emotions thing. She's wonderful. I interviewed her also. Yeah. How did I leave her out? She's really good. She's really good. I like her. And she's smart. She's really smart. Well, okay. So yeah, he did. He sure did. I went way over. How is life in Trumpistan? I don't know. I don't leave my house. I ignore them. All right. Questions? Okay. What are we flushing? Come on. Nobody gave me an idea to flush. What am I flushing? Come on. I'm looking. I want to know what to flush. Okay, I'm going to flush that idiot from the beginning. I'm going to flush the misinformation, disinformation, people that think that everything is a nefarious deed. I'm flushing that jerk and all his ideas about the snow being dumped on his place because they're Trump supporters. There you go. There you go. There you go. So it's time to go. Thank you. Friday night, Andrea P. I will be putting a link to her channel so you can get acclimated to her. She is a new person in the Doomosphere who did a spectacular beginning for her shows. She is Dr. Jeremy Jimenez's girlfriend, who I've had on as a guest. And she's terrific. I met her this past summer, and we're going to have a great show together on Friday night. So, love you. Peace. Because peace is something. Without peace, what do we have? And it just doesn't seem like we're going that way, does it? It really doesn't. It's so goddamn sad. But we must love each other. And love who you can. And try not to hate. You can dislike very much. Just try not to hate. Good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. Warms my heart. All right.